Hey, it's Dennis the Laptop Trader here with you. So we had a request come in over LinkedIn about doing a video on patterns. Okay, so what I wanted to do is just jump straight in onto Paint and just see the types of patterns that we first get, and then we can go over to the charts and see if we can find any of those. All right, and then perhaps talk about a few more things there as well. So the first patterns that really come to mind for me is what I call just a range. Some people like to call it a consolidation pattern, all the same thing. Alright, so it's just basically price action ranging between between these two price levels. Okay, so it's just in between here. Second one, what else is there? Perhaps a triangle. Okay, so something simple, triangle as a pattern. Another one could be, say, a head and shoulders. Say this is the first shoulder coming, okay, and you have your head and the second shoulder, okay, and actually some people like to call, this is called the neckline, okay, the line connecting the shoulders. And usually, for instance, if this breaks the neckline downwards, if the price action starts to fall, it normally tends to go down. Okay, I don't normally trade head and shoulders. It's not one that you'd find very often, to be fair. Another pattern could be like a flag formation. Let's change back to thick. So price action had a nice big swing up, and then perhaps it's seeing a consolidation pattern. So this would be the pole. Yeah, so this would be the pole coming up, the price action, and then retracement downwards before we start to get price continuing up. Okay, so what I wanted to do is flick back to the charts and see if we can find any of these. And I haven't gone through this chart. I haven't actually looked at this chart for a long time. So this is cable, this is pound USD. Alright, let's have a look. So let's get the tool out. Let's just see what we find, really. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just start connecting dot to dot, really, and just see what we can get. Let's have a look at that. Okay, so first line drawn. Let's see if we can get the second one. Not a great one, to be honest. I don't like that one too much. Might see a little bit of a triangle. Is that a triangle? Nope. Okay. So this one, no, that's rubbish. Okay. I promise you, there is a method to this madness, and I'll show you the point that I'm trying to make later on. Okay, let's put it down a bit. Is this a consolidation? Nope. Okay, actually, I like to draw my consolidations like this in a color. You can see it's holding between two lines. And there, but actually, within this, I've just seen that perhaps could even draw a triangle. So there you go. I'm not really ever too neat with my patterns, to be fair. There you go. It's a nice little break here. So that's a nice one. And this is a 1 hour chart, guys, so you're bound to see a lot of noise as well. Okay. Another triangle. Yeah. So I like to normally have at least 2 touches for a confirmation of a pattern. For instance, a triangle like 1, 2, and then 1 and 2. Oh, what else? Let's see if we can find any head and shoulders. Well, there you go. This is one. So this is actually, remember we talked about the range. This is something that I'd call a downward trend channel. So a channel is basically just another word for a range, but this one is downward sloping. Okay, so something like that. Okay, now let's zoom out to the H4 chart. Okay, and let's see what we can find. So we've got all of these, fine. Now if we start and let's change the color actually. So I'm going to change the color to blue. There you go. So now we can draw blues, and let's see if we can find anything. So once again, just connecting dot to dot really. So we've had, so this is this going to be a flag formation? Could this be a pole? So this would be the pole, and perhaps a doesn't look like it, to be honest. Nope. So you can see I'm not trying to really make the patterns fit my drawing. If they're there, then they're there. Let's see if we can just find one more good one. What's the great one? See, this is a bit of a wonky head and shoulders. Look at this. Shoulder a bit higher. This head is quite wonky. Okay, it's underneath the head. I don't know if this would classify as a head and shoulders. Maybe there are some actual really stringent analysts out there that would tell me otherwise, but yeah, perhaps this would be a neckline or something like that. Oh. Okay, so the point that I'm trying to make, there you, okay, there you go. This is a nice flag one. Alright, so you had a big push, and then you would have had a consolidation pattern down here. Okay, so this is pretty good. I like this one. That's not too bad. So hopefully you guys get the point. Oh, this is a nice head and shoulders as well. So perhaps something like there. Okay, there, and then down shoulder somewhere like that. You can see that I'm not an artist. Head, and then one more shoulder. Key one. Alright, and then neckline. Okay. Hold on, why is that there? There you go. Okay, like that, sorry. Okay, so something like that. So let's zoom out and see what we found. Okay, so the whole point of this, first of all, let's talk about time frames. On the H1 chart or 1 hour chart, you are going to face a lot of what I call noise, and it's going to be difficult to find patterns that are very much sticking to something. I'll find normally on a 1 hour chart to find consolidation and ranges quite common, and they're lovely to trade. Lastly, if you go up time frames, I don't know if many people think about this, but the longer the time frame that you trade, the better the signal, and that's certainly true for patterns as well. Okay, so within a 1 hour chart, you know that these things can be broken and unbroken very easily. You know, the price can come break it and come back in very easily. So you've got to really be careful about what you're seeing on the 1 hour charts or the shorter time frames, certainly. Also, if you are looking for specific patterns, the question then becomes, if you see a pattern, what are the patterns that other traders are seeing? Because the confidence and the support within a pattern is driven or derived from other traders seeing exactly the same thing as you. So if I go back to Paint, then out of these patterns, I'll ask you, which of these patterns would you think are more common, or which are the patterns that most people would be able to see? And for me, the answer's the easiest ones, i.e. this one, yeah, and a triangle. It's pretty easy to find. You can see that I found it quite difficult to find these head and shoulders and these flag and retracement formations. So if you are seeing something that most other traders are seeing, then it's definitely going to add to the confidence in your trade, okay, and the probability as well. So what I wanted to say is that there's many different ways of trading, and I'm certainly not going to go into that in this video, but hopefully you've taken and understood that it's much better to try and trade patterns on a slightly longer time frame, and also that don't try and fit your patterns to your drawings. Okay, there's no point in doing that, because if you're the only one seeing that specific patterns, well, nobody's really going to care about that, to be frank. So yeah, make it simple. If you don't see something, don't trade it. Just start connecting dot to dots, and if it turns out to be a good pattern, then good luck with that, really. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.